YouTube, it's Stud HD coming to you guys with a brand new College Football 25 video, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the 3 pre-order items that you get in College Football 25. That is the Ultimate Alumni, the Heisman Hopeful, and the Cover Athlete. These are 3 packs that you get for pre-ordering the Deluxe Edition or the MVP Edition of College Football 25 and Madden 25. So let's go ahead and talk about the rankings of these cards. With the Cover Athletes, you get 3 different options. You get Donovan Edwards, Quinn Yates, and Travis Hunter. Let's start with the best card that you should be choosing. There are 2 of 3 options that I think would be the best to pick from the Cover Athletes pack, and the number 1 card is going to be Travis Hunter. He is a 6'1", 185-pound wide receiver. He's got 81 speed, 81 acceleration, 77 catching traffic, 79 catching, 80 deep route running, 78 medium, and 78 short route running. Overall, this is a solid wide receiver, and the good thing about wide receivers is it is a depth position, which means you can have multiple wide receivers. And of course, when you're going to be making these picks, you want to have a card, if it's going to be B&D for a long time on your team, you don't want to just pick up a player and then automatically get a way better player literally only a couple hours after picking this card, where it becomes completely irrelevant. That is why Travis Hunter is the best card to choose in this case. We do know that we will have cards with higher speed, but 81 as the first day of College Football 25 is actually not too bad of an option. The next card we're going to be looking at is Donovan Edwards. He has 82 speed. He's 6'1", 210 pounds, 81 acceleration, 80 break tackle, which is not too bad to start the year, 80 carrying, so he's not going to be fumbling too often, and even has 81 change of direction as well as 76 catching. Over the years, when it came to Madden and even college football, a lot of these cards don't really have good catching. A lot of them will have running backs with like 50 to 60 catching. So for Donovan Edwards to have 76 catching to start the year is actually really good. He's going to be a versatile running back, and this is why I would say probably to pick him as the second option if you don't go Travis Hunter or you already get a better wide receiver. The third and final card, and I would not recommend picking a QB, but if you are a Quinn Yates or a Texas fan, feel free to do what you want. He is a 6'2", 195-pound QB. He's got 74 speed, 80 awareness, 80 short accuracy, 81 medium, and 79 deep accuracy with 81 throw under pressure. So overall, it's not too terrible of a card to start the year, but there will be better QBs. And honestly, you switch out QBs every so often. QBs are literally like one of the biggest positions when it comes to Ultimate Team video games, and there's going to be a new QB that's going to be better literally every single week. And even on day 1 of College Football 25, there's even going to be alma mater packs, which you could actually pick a different player. We also have a Carson Beck, who is an 83 overall QB, so I honestly wouldn't even worry about picking Quinn Yates. QBs are so subject to change. The next pre-order pack is a Heisman Hopeful. This is a choice of 1 of 5. So let's go ahead and start off with the top 5 in this list. When it comes to Ultimate Team, especially in College Football 25, with not many abilities being in the game, if any at all, to start the year, speed is essentially everything, and this is why we have Caleb Downs as our player. He is 6 foot, 205 pounds at the free safety position. He has 84 speed, which is one of the fastest cards in the game to start the year, especially at an 83 overall. He also has 80 hit power, 78 man coverage, so I wouldn't really put him in man, but having 80 zone coverage, 83 acceleration, you could honestly even user this card if you would like to, but having 84 speed to start the year is going to be really good. I mean, we have wide receivers that will have like 82, 83 speed, so him having 84 speed is already going to be better than the wide receivers on offense. The next card we're going to be talking about is Will Johnson, who is a slot cornerback. He is 6'2", 202 pounds. Another reason why he is on this list, he's got 83 speed, so he's going to be one of the fastest corners or DBs in the game. He's got 82 man, so you could play a little bit of man coverage with him. He also has 79 zone coverage. I would assume there would be strategy items to get the man and zone up, of course, but this is overall a solid corner. He's got good height to him, so we always like the taller cornerbacks in Ultimate Team. Cornerback is also a depth position, which means you could have 5 different corners or even 4 corners. Sometimes you will come out in 3 to 4 corner sets, so no matter what, even if you get a better corner later on in the year or just later on in the day that College Football 25 comes out, then he's still going to make some impact on your team in the long run as a B&D option. Another one of those depth positions we're going to be looking at is Zachariah Branch. He's an 83 overall wide receiver from USC. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. He has 83 speed, which is tied with Will Johnson, cornerback. Not as fast as Caleb Downs, free safety, but overall 83 speed to start the year is not too bad. He does have 79. He has 79 short, 79 medium, and 80 deep route running, so he should be a decent route runner. You can, of course, get strategy items to probably boost the man You could probably get strategy items to boost the medium route running and the short route running. And he also has 84 jumping, so even though he is 5'10", jumping should honestly be perfectly fine with this card, but this is going to be one of those cards. It's another one of those depth positions at wide receiver. Even if you get a better wide receiver, or if you take Travis Hunter as your cover athletes pick, then Zachariah Branch and him can both still be on your team, which is honestly not too bad of an option to go with. The next card we're going to be talking about is Ashton Galotti. He is a 6'3", 270-pound left end. He has 80 speed, which is actually really good for a left end to start the year. He has 80 power move, 81 block shed, 81 finesse move, and 80 tackling. So overall, it should be a solid card. But the thing about D lineman, number one, it's not really a depth position. You don't really have too many options to go there. Now, you could move some of these left ends to right end or even D tackle, but I wouldn't really recommend that. There's going to be some better defensive linemen, and defensive linemen always change, especially if we're going to have abilities in the game, which he does have 0 abilities. We probably will move on from the D linemen quite often when new ones come out. The last card on this list is the Carson Beck, 83 overall Georgia QB. He is 6'4", 220 pounds. He has 74 speed, 82 throw power, 80 play action, 81 medium, 79 deep accuracy, and 82 short accuracy with 85 awareness. This card doesn't have any abilities or nothing like that, but like I said, when it comes to QBs, there's a new QB every so often, and almost every single week it seems like when it comes to content. I wouldn't recommend taking a QB with a B&D option. There's going to be better QBs to pick from. Now let's talk about the Ultimate Alumni. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. The number one card I would pick from the Ultimate Alumni pack would be this Odani Mitchell. He is 6'2", 205-pound wide receiver with 83 speed, so he's got good speed. He has 80 short route running, 78 medium, which of course you will be able to get up with strategy items, and he also has 77 deep route running. As a short route running receiver, and him being 6'2", so he is one of the bigger body wide receivers in the game. This is honestly probably your best pick when it comes to wide receiver. It's also a depth position, so you could have multiple wide receivers on the field. Nobody really likes taking offensive linemen, or especially buying offensive linemen, but JC Latham, right tackle, he is 6'6", 360 pounds, so he's gonna dominate the defensive linemen, but he does have some really good stats here with 83 pass block power, 75 pass block finesse, 74 pass block, and also some decent run blocking stats. But overall, the one thing that always has mattered when it came to offensive linemen is the weight thresholds, and of course, just their stats in general. But this should be a really good offensive lineman, and since it's going to be a B&D card, this is going to be a card that you're going to have on your team for quite a while until you decide to pick up a new one. And offensive linemen are usually pretty expensive, so having a good offensive line to start the year and a good player like JC Latham would be a good option to go with. The third card we're looking at is this Brock Bowers, 82 overall tight end. He is 6'4", 230 pounds. He's got 81 speed, 82 short route running, 78 medium route running, and also 76 run blocks. So overall, this should be a really solid tight end. He's basically going to be a wide receiver playing tight end. We don't exactly know what the weight thresholds are going to be for the good animations in college football 25. However, being 6'4", 230 should be a really good card, and having 81 speed as a tight end actually isn't too bad. I would actually recommend this card as the third best option to choose from. The next card on this list is 82 overall Quinan Mitchell, cornerback. He is 6 foot, 196 pounds. He's got 82 speed, 81 man, and also 79 zone coverage, which you probably will be able to get up to 80 zone coverage. But as a man coverage corner, this actually isn't too bad. I know he is a zone archetype corner. However, he does have 82 speed, so he is going to be one of the faster corners. He's not going to be the fastest. We've obviously seen players like Will Johnson, who does have 83 speed, and even Caleb Downs, who is a free safety, but he does have 84 speed. Nonetheless, corner is a depth position, which is why he's on the list at number 4. The last card we're going to be talking about is the 5th pick, and this would be Blake Corum, 82 overall running back. He is 5'8", 205 pounds. He's got 81 speed, 82 carrying, 80 break tackle, 80 agility, and 83 acceleration with 79 change of direction. So to start the year, this card isn't too special when it comes to speed, but like I said earlier, you can have multiple running backs and have a 1-2 punch combo, and it seems like college football 25 will be a run-heavy game, which means this Blake Corum should have a way onto the football field, and even having 2 running back sets wouldn't be the worst option in the world. We are going to have some crazy RPOs in this game, so having a 2 running back set isn't actually that bad of an option to run with. I'm not going to talk too much about other cards, but we do have an 82 overall Jordan Morgan left tackle. This actually isn't too bad of a card. He's basically just like JT Latham. The only difference is he's a left tackle, 6'5", 325 185 pounds with some decent stats. There's also Jared Verse, but like I said, when it came to the defensive lineman, you're going to switch out defensive linemen quite often. He is 6'4", 254 pounds. We probably will have some bigger right ends in the game. And the last card I'm going to look at is this Michael Penix Jr. Like I said about quarterbacks, you don't want to pick a quarterback with your B&D. Of course, if you're a fan of a player, feel free to choose, but this is just my recommendations, and there's going to be better QBs to choose from, and I'd honestly spend money on a good quarterback rather than taking one for free. There's going to be other cards out there. With that being said, that is going to be my pick for the top 10. That is going to be my pick. With that being said, this is going to be the end of this video when it comes to... With that being said, this is going to be the end of the pre-order packs, the top 3 when it came to the cover athletes, the top 5 when it came for the Heisman hopeful picks, and the top 10 picks for the ultimate alumni players when it came to the pre-order item bonuses. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on these cards in the comments below. If you guys did like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications so you guys don't miss another video. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.